A Tennessee mayor who has proudly served with the U.S. military for nearly 25 years is now gearing up for one final deployment. Mayor Brett Lashlee joins me now to discuss his upcoming tour of duty in Africa with the Army National Guard. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Well, good early morning to you, and it's a pleasure to be on your show today.
It is very early. It is your 5th deployment as a member of the armed forces, and I'm curious why you do it.
Well, I've always, in just the spirit of public service and military service, it's kind of in my DNA. I've got family members who have served both in public office and also in the military, so it's just something that runs deep in my blood, and of course, I love answering the call to duty anytime I can.
You say that this is by far the most stressful of your deployments. Why?
Well, one thing, because I'm an elected official, and I think this might be a first time, like a full-time county-level official's been deployed in Tennessee. We're kind of writing of stories on what's happening and how to handle the transition. But anytime you have a county where you manage the goodwill and benefits of the citizens and having to leave that and leave things on your desk for someone else to kind of take over, a lot of stress in that and the preparation of that. And of course, you have family life, and my wife is losing a best friend, and all of a sudden you have to plan on who's going to mow the yard and who's going to do the errands and pay bills. And then, of course, there's also prepping up for a military transition, going overseas to an unknown environment that I haven't been to before. I know it gets up to well over 100 degrees. And so you have to prep in multiple facets. And this is the first time I've been faced with so many moving parts, I guess you could say. It's
going to be a 9-month deployment. Gosh, your family, your community, everyone must be so proud of you.
Well, I want to say, like I said, it's nothing I haven't done before. And I think, as far as my family, they've always been prepared that this is part of answering the call to duty. I do know that for my citizenry and our county leaders that this is the first time they've had to embrace something like this and prepare for their county leader to kind of be gone and away anytime, anywhere from 10 to 11 months. So, but I'm only an email away. I tell them I'm there to assist if they want me to, but that'll be up to them.
Can I ask you just 20 or 30 seconds on this because we're out of time, but what does it mean to you to fight for our freedoms with the state of politics right now and the divisiveness that's going on in the country?
Well, from a military perspective, it's what we do. We sign up for it, and you've got to love your service for country, and the call to duty is just something that we'll always do as soldiers. I think as a citizenry, we enjoy a lot of freedoms here that others across the world do not get to enjoy. And I wish that a lot of people in America could actually see, how blessed we are as a country and how great our Constitution and framework of government is. And it's definitely something worth living and fighting for.
Well, Mayor Brett Lashlee, sir, you are quite an individual. I am honored to have been able to talk to you, and keep us updated on how everything goes. I know you're the first Republican elected to this position back in August of 2018, so I know that you've got some big shoes to fill there while you are gone, but they have some big shoes to fill while you're gone, but we would love to talk to you when you're back. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'll definitely keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your service. Amazing, right? To be able to do all of that in a lifetime makes me feel like I'm not doing enough.
But also, that was such an important segment in the sense that you realize that it's not just one person who serves. It is an entire family. And in this case, a community. I mean, think of all the things that he needs to do before he goes away.
Yeah.
And think about the impact that he has had on so many different lives there. All these people need to step up. That's a lot of people stepping up. So we wish all of them and, of course, Brett the very best.
It is. And he says that, things that he's been proud to accomplish while in office is keeping the fiscal structure balanced, lowering taxes for the first time in his lifetime that he knows of. So there's a lot that he's been able to do for the community that he is proud of, and I'm sure he'd like to be able to continue that on and see that happen while he's still gone.
Any of you out there are watching, mow his lawn. Somebody step up.